Brigadier Mahalingam also, who's been patiently holding the phone line, because I'm sure it's important to get another perspective also to that. Brigadier Mahalingam, sir, how do you read into what has happened so far vis-a-vis Jammu and Kashmir? On the second anniversary of the abrogation of Article 370, to the Prime Minister calling for an all-party meeting, the Gupkar alliance then saying, yes, they want elections, but now they say that the entire idea of a Naya Kashmir, Brigadier Mahalingam, sir, is a joke.
It is absolutely wrong on the part of the Gupkar gang, who have all these days stood against the development of that region and the people. They must tell the country as to what development or how has this Article 370, the so-called article of the Constitution, which is supposed to provide the support to the people of Kashmir, has helped them. In fact, the amount of money that has been spent on Kashmir by the government of India is so much that you can not see any of those reflected in actually what is happening. And above everything else, these are the lot who have supported some of the political parties, some of these people have supported militants, and that has caused tremendous amount of misery to the people. Now, they might say that it is causing distress, the people are being constrained and so on and so forth. Somebody needs to tell if India has in fact kept the Kashmiris under lock and key like what they are saying. They must tell us how many of the Kashmiris have left Kashmir as refugees, as in the case of other countries. Therefore, as far as I can see, that this is the right move that the government of India has done, and this is the political thought which the government of India has all along been telling, including the Congress party during their rule. They said that the political process. What is that political process? Till today, they have never said that. It is this Article 370, which is a political process, which has now led the Kashmir to move towards unifying with the India, as also benefiting from the remains of whatever India has got to give it to the Kashmiri people as like any other Indian citizen. The Kashmiri people have suffered. They have lost almost the entire 4-5 decades because of this sort of a behavior by these Kashmiri gangs who belong to a set of a family who are one after the another benefiting from whatever the government of India is providing them.
I think you make that fair point, Brigadier Mahalingam. Sir, if I request you to hold the phone line, because I also want to say good evening to Brigadier B. Ponvar, who also joins us right now. Brigadier Ponvar, how do you read into the statement that has come in from the Gupkar alliance? The very fact that there has been a significant dip in terror-related activities, there has been a significant dip in stone pelting incidents. The youth today is talking about elections. He's talking about jobs. Why does the Gupkar alliance believe that all this is a part of a joke?
The whole story goes back to our independence. India has, as part of our India, is part of the whole Kashmir. Kashmir belongs to us. That Kashmir has to be run how the rest of the country is being run. It is a democratic process. And I'm very happy that the government has taken this step of making this into a union territory, and later we will see it becomes one of our states, a very wonderful tourist destination states. And the entire defense forces and everyone is making sure that peace returns to Kashmir as soon as possible. And anyone disturbing this process is actually going anti-national. They are going against the constitution. They're going against the ruling government. Now, this is not acceptable. It is kind of running against the tide. They cannot go back to 47. They cannot go back to that time. The time has come now, the union territory, and maybe making it into one of our states of our nation.
I think, again, that's a very fair point, Brigadier Ponvar, that you make. And why don't we push that point a little further with Brigadier Mahalingam if he's still with us on the broadcast? Brigadier Mahalingam, sir, when these parties are in the national capital, they speak another language, a language of reconciliation, a language of development, a language saying, okay, we want elections. But the moment that they, really go back to the valley, they seem to completely forget what they said in New Delhi. And this double speak now, this treachery has been exposed, Brigadier Mahalingam Saab, again and again.
See, the point is, you must understand, as far as these elements are concerned, this has been their business. It is not that they care about the people of Kashmir. If they care about the people of Kashmir, they would not have allowed all these hartals that they continue to call again and again, put everything under wraps. The business people have lost everything. So therefore, they have no interest in the Kashmiri people. Their interest is their own business. How can they survive? How can they sort of continue to rule the Kashmir one way or the other, one after the other, one party followed by the other party? That is exactly what they have been doing. How do you expect this gang today to talk something to the benefit of the people? How many colleges have they opened, and how many students today have come up and then they are going international or going out and earning their earnings? There are no businesses which have come up in that place. There is nobody who is prepared to invest. How much investment has come in Kashmir? So are they really interested in the development of Kashmir? They are not. They are primarily interested in themselves, and that is why this is happening.
And also, is this a story of their growing irrelevance today in the entire conversation around Jammu and Kashmir? Brigadier Mahalingam and Brigadier Ponbar, thank you to both of you gentlemen